Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I do unboxings, mostly lifestyle subscription boxes, but also some stationery, books, beauty, jewelry, travel, home decor, and even the very occasional dash of Disney. So if you enjoy unboxings, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the notification bell so you find out whenever I post new videos. I do have playlists for all of those categories and more here on the channel, so if you're looking for a particular kind of box, definitely check those out. As always, if you're already subscribed, thanks again so much for being here and spending part of your day with me. Today I have one of the channel's favorite international boxes to share with you, and that is my Ireland box. I am presuming that this is the October box. This is $49.95 per month plus $15.50 in shipping all the way from Dingle, Ireland to the US. You can use the code MAUI for $5 off, but I think especially if you're doing a longer subscription, you can use the code Ireland10 for 10% off, and that's actually going to give you a better deal. I am always so thrilled when Catherine sends me one of these boxes to share with you for a review because I think she does such a great job with the theming. This is such a lovely box for those of you who really have a soft spot in your heart for Ireland for whatever reason, if your family has its roots there or you just really enjoyed a visit there, however long ago it was. I have had the opportunity to visit Ireland once. I did not get to go to Dingle, so I have a reason to go back and maybe meet the My Ireland Box team there. So inside it just says hello from Ireland with some bright green tissue paper. So it does look like I've had a little bit of an explosion in here, but it doesn't look like anything fragile, so I think we'll be okay. I kind of have an idea. I'm kind of peeking here of what it is. Now there's usually a nice long letter from Catherine kind of telling us what's going on there in Dingle, what might have inspired the theme for the month. They always do a sheep box every year, you guys, which is always my very favorite. I'm always like crossing my fingers, eyes and toes that she'll send me the sheet box. Let me see if I can find the letter. So this time it looks like there might be a booklet. Every once in a while Catherine creates something for the box herself, so it's probably hidden there. But there is always a recipe card, which I think is fun because there's always, of course, a very enticing image to inspire you to make that recipe. And this is for a ginger cake. That sounds kind of like festive. I love ginger. Let me know in the comments below if you're a ginger fan. So this looks like something that I could actually like do myself because it's not like a super difficult bread with like yeast and everything. So nice dessert bread. Looks good. Looks good. All right, so I am seeing this booklet that says it's the October My Ireland Box, the Irish Family Pub, compiled by Catherine in Dingle, Ireland, for My Ireland Box members. So yes, indeed, she does have the letter printed inside. Now usually it's like 3 or 4 double-sided pages, so I don't read the whole thing to you, but there's usually lots of information about the makers. So let me just take a quick glance and see. This is a pretty lengthy letter this time around. I keep going through the pages, and then as we go through, it does tell us a little bit more about the creators that are featured in the box, and then it looks like there's some spooky stories. So I see how this was definitely a good October box. I'm sure they'll still be spooky even though we have already passed Halloween and All Saints Day. But it says, I decided this month that I was going to put a booklet together for you all and include my letter and details of all the makers that worked with us this month, some spooky haunted stories, some more secret family recipes, and some lovely pictures to bring it all together. I had so much to write about throughout this month that it will be best to have it all in one pamphlet, though, so that makes sense. So I'm trying to go to the back. So yes, there is some Gaelic pronunciation hopefully is included because I always have the hardest time with this box and trying to pronounce things. Yes, she has written it out for us a bit. Some traditional Irish music, which is like one of my favorite parts of the Irish culture, both contemporary Irish music as well as all of the like fun drinking songs that you hear in the pubs. And then ooh, we have a recipe for Irish stew and homemade farmhouse vegetable soup. So there's some like sod or something in here. So let's see. It says in November, we're sending a My Ireland box that will add a good dollop of Irish to the Thanksgiving tables of the USA and to the November dining of all of our members. It's a gorgeous, delicious curation that everyone will love. You guys, the snacks that come in this box are so good. They're always so amazing. So let's see what else it says. It says, you will all know at this stage that the October curation has been inspired by our family pub in Ferreter here in West Kerry on the Dingle Peninsula. There's a picture of it from the 1950s that is so cool, you guys. I love how like her heritage inspires it, and we get all of these like great family stories as well. So I love a good Irish pub, whether it's here in the States or actually in Ireland. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of skip through a lot of this so that we can get to the actual items, because it says, and now after like 6 pages, on to the makers, which is the part we want to know about. We want to know about the stuff in the box, right? So it says the first thing, and I will find it, and this is what has caused a little bit of spillage in my box, no matter. It says the Turf Peat Incense Company, the gifted hand of County Tipperary. It says, I had to send turf to you this month, as whenever I enter Kane's Pub in Ballyferreter, the turf fire is roaring, especially in the winter time. It was ideal to send the ceramic pub turf incense burner this month. Most of our members won't have one of these, and I hope it brings you all great joy. You can light it when you're reading the book that I've enclosed, and the smell of the turf will help to transport you right into the Irish pub where the turf fire is roaring and the storytelling is in full flow. So it says, I love the story in the enclosed book about the bog, and you will love it too. So this is what kind of spilled. I'm not sure how, because it's all very encased in here. So it's the Turf Peat Incense Irish Pub Burner Set. So this is so cute. I think it's so adorable. I'll go ahead and open it up because I gotta find out what's like making a little bit of a mess. So she has sent us turf peat to burn before as incense, and I actually, when we were in Ireland, we did go somewhere where they just sort of, for the effect of it, had like a turf peat fire going, and it does really have like a really homey, very like hygge aroma to it. So I'm trying to like open this up carefully, but I think that my little bag, and it wasn't a bag of peat, has actually sort of exploded on one, and I think one of the seams kind of burst. But I still actually have some little squares, because you can actually like, it comes kind of pre-cut into little squares, and you just like burn, you just light, just like incense, like a little corner of it, and then kind of blow it out, and it will slowly sort of smolder and create a scent. But look how cute this little ceramic village pub incense burner is. I think that's so cute. And so you're gonna like tuck your peat in there. I think there's like a dish that probably goes underneath it, and then it's gonna come out the chimney. I think that is so cute. That is amazing. I will try to see if I can put that together and get some smoke going for you guys to see over on Instagram. I did once before when we got some turf. I did like a little like video when I was just starting out on Instagram for the channel. So this is what this looks like. So you can see this is open, so that's why there was a little speckles of things everywhere. So it looks like we got 6 good chunks of it. Almost looks like brownies, but probably does not taste like brownies. Don't worry, I won't eat it. And then the other thing that came in there, I'm totally like destroying this little case. So let me see, I'm making a mess. So there is like this nice like ceramic stone little piece that's very taped in there, that's got like a little indentation, which is where you're gonna set that bit of sod, I'm assuming, so that you can rest it there without worrying about it burning the surface that's underneath it. So let me just go ahead and put that over there, because I'm a little worried about everything getting a little even more messy than it already is. But very, very cute item. I think that is adorable. My husband will love it. He is a big beer fan, but he had so much fun every night. Even if we had been out sightseeing for hours and hours in Ireland, he would have us like walk down to whatever pub in whatever town we were to have at least a pint or two, which, you know, for this girl who like doesn't really drink a lot of beer, that was definitely me sacrificing to go hang out in the pub. And actually people were so nice to us. We had like great conversations with folks, so it was really, really fun. So we have something from Tato's, which is a great company that we have received before, and I'm assuming that it is what's wrapped up in this little guy, because it's a little bit fragile. Now sometimes my Tato's do not come in the greatest condition, because they are again coming all the way from Dingle. So here it is. Tato's. He looks so happy, little potato. The package came in pretty good condition, but it's very flat. You can kind of see it got a little bit squished probably along the way. So hopefully there's like maybe 1 or 2 that are like not totally powderized in there. But let me go ahead and read. It says, just before I decided to write about Tato's in this letter, I remembered that there are a few packets left after our christening and communion gathering. I decided that I should allow myself to have a packet. So here I am, munching away on the nicest crisps in the world. How could I write about Tato's without sampling them once again? Last time I had one was last week in Kane's Pub, when I opened up a packet or 2 for the children along with some 7-Up, a treat for them. If we were ever brought to the pub when we were younger for an event or some sort, and there have been many gatherings in Kane's Pub over the years, A packet of potatoes and a bottle of 7-Up with a straw has always been put in front of us. Yes, because you want the kids to feel like they're having fun at the pub too. It says, I still enjoy it to this day, and the kids think it's a real treat. Therefore, I included them within this box for you to enjoy. And if you have a lemonade, or if you can get 7-Up or Sprite, enjoy the two of them together if you can. Some of you may even have some Guinness, and of course, it's many a man that loves to have a Guinness and potatoes together. I will maybe do that for my husband. Says you can read about how these delicious crisps originated in the clip that I have attached here within. Oh, that's interesting. So I do love Guinness, actually. I'm a dark beer drinker, so it was not too bad for me to be in Ireland because I could always get a pint, although I did get a lot of hot toddies as well. All right, let's see. The book that was included, and she has included lots of books in different boxes. I feel like it's almost every other box that we get like a really great book from Catherine. So this is Short Tales from High Stools, a collection of pint-sized stories from West Kerry. It's by Dennis Ryan. Very cool. Actually, even a book that my hubs might like. So it says, Dennis is over the moon that I chose this book to include in the October My Ireland box. I love that there are some haunted stories in there that will keep you spooky-loving members on your toes. I really feel that Dennis captures the spirit and essence of West Kerry in his stories, and indeed the personalities of the men and women that live in the heart of the countryside here on the Dingle Peninsula. This book will make you laugh. You will really enjoy it, and I can't wait for Dennis to go ahead and write more stories. He's a very capable and sought-after tour guide. Ooh, good to know. He loves to bring visitors around the West to tell stories and make people laugh and show them all the wonderful ancient sites that we have here on the peninsula. When you open the cover of the book, you'll see the full bar, and of course, I recognized it immediately as Kruger's Pub that many of the stories come from. Once we can reveal the contents of the My Ireland box on the Facebook group, please do let us know which one was your favorite story. So absolutely love that, you guys. So we'll definitely have to check that out. He seems like he would probably be a really good tour guide, and I do like to get tour guides when I travel to different places if I can. It's kind of, I thought once upon a time I thought of myself as a very independent traveler, but I realized that I learn so much more when you have someone who really knows what they're doing. It's like when, you know, I would have family or friends come and visit me in Hawaii. It was actually really fun for me to get to tell them stories and show them the things that we do, and it's like such a different experience to do what the locals do. So that's why I love food tours, but I'm also just really excited to read this book. I think I like short stories too, because you guys know these days I have so many like novels to read that a nice short story is kind of refreshing when you only have like a few minutes, especially like a spooky one might be good. So the next thing we have is some melting pot fudge. You guys, this little square is very heavy in my hands. It says Blackthorn Foods was established in 2004 by three sisters, Dot, Kathy, and Jenny, based in Belfast in Northern Ireland. The three sisters specialize in the making of award-winning handmade fudge. They initially spent 18 months researching the market, endless hours over the stove, and finally in 2004, Blackthorn Foods was launched. They hand make their fudge in open pots in the traditional way. They are made in small batches, hand-beaten, hand-cut, and then wrapped, giving their fudges a unique taste and texture that wins awards year on year. So there is a picture of the sisters right there. Very, very cool. I told you we get great sweet treats in this box. So I think that is it for our items, because they were kind of more significant things. I think that like peat burner is definitely more significant. Then we got a nice book, and then of course we got two treats. We got our potatoes and our fudge for a little dessert, although I feel like if you're having it with 7-Up, that's already kind of a nice treat, sweet and savory together. So let me see if I can find anything else very exciting to tell you. So it does say a little bit more about, let's see, we've taken inspiration from many of the Irish pubs that are located here in Dingle and those that we have visited in Dublin, in Galway over the years. You will all know that the Irish are great storytellers, talkers, and certainly known as the friendliest people in the world. Absolutely. The stories that have been told in bars and pubs in Ireland throughout the generations could fill 1 million books. And that is a great thing to do when you are visiting Ireland. So kudos to my husband for making me go to a pub every single night during our visit years ago. Definitely have to go back. I would be okay with that. It was just so cold. I'm not used to like cold weather, so it was kind of nice to tuck into a pub every few blocks, in all honesty, before we got back to wherever we happened to be staying. So I'm very much looking forward to going ahead and reading that book and reading the rest of this little booklet that Catherine put together. there for us, and maybe lighting my little peat burner. I just think that's gonna be so cute, you guys. Isn't that gonna be adorable? I think it would look great in any little like winter holiday scene that you're creating on your mantles or your dining tables. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite let me know what your favorite drink is. If you like to go, you don't have to necessarily have an alcoholic drink. Obviously, you could have some Tato's and the 7-Up. But if you do have a favorite, let me know. I would love to hear it in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, if you like seeing my Ireland box here on the channel, please let me know with a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And I'll see you all very soon in my next unboxing.